Hey guys, Kirk Shevis, local mortgage broker. I'm here today with Alana Jeltema.
Hello.
And she is with Better Homes and Gardens, Ashley Properties. She's a local real estate broker here in the Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton area. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So today we're going to talk to you a little bit about new construction and the explosion that we're seeing here.
Yes.
And how important it is for you to have a real estate agent when you walk into that sales model the very first time.
Yeah.
Alana, tell me about that.
Yes. Builders are getting very protective. It's not that they don't want you to use an agent, but it is really important if you're shopping around or browsing around that if you do fill out that registration card, you make sure you put your agent on there. Otherwise, they will not honor it later. And you want the representation. The sales agent represents the builder. You need an agent representing you.
Okay, so I have extensive new construction background as well as mortgage. Alana's done both as well. Tell me a little bit about your new construction experience and how that relates to the consumer right now.
Okay. Yeah, I started my career in new home construction, actually in this Lakewood Ranch area. I was with Homes by Town for 5 years. So I spent a good amount learning the new construction, the process, and just all the ins and outs, the contracts that are written, and they're intimidating. They're long, drafty contracts that we're here to help you understand so that you know what you're getting into.
So there's all kinds of nuances to new construction. The process is longer. The contracts are longer. And you want to make sure that you have representation of a neutral third party, which is what the real estate broker is on your behalf, the buyer. It does not cost you any money to enlist her services.
Yeah.
So,
why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have somebody who knows the building process, who's going to represent you, who's going to be there if something should go wrong? The builder is paying for that fee, and it doesn't cost you anything. So protect yourself.
okay, so the common myths or things that I hear is, well, if I use a real estate broker, I'm not going to get as good of a deal.
Yeah, totally not true. The builder already builds those prices into their base price of their home, and they're not going to negotiate on the base price of the home. It's already built in there. Now, we can help you negotiate other things such as a lot premium, closing cost, incentives, things like that.
Okay, so as we work through the building process, what Alana does is she'll periodically go through the home, and since she walks so many homes on a daily basis, she's going to see things that you're not necessarily going to see, as well as things that the builder aren't necessarily going to bring to your attention. So it's very important. She's there for you as well. But as we get near the closing, the finish, tell me about where you guys come into play and how you help the consumer.
As you get closer to finish, well, we're going to be there for your pre-construction meeting. We're going to be there for your final walkthrough, so we will help you. You may not know to check every window, to open every drawer, every cabinet, things like that. Really sit down on the floor and look around the room. You're going to notice things. Certainly, you're going to have a warranty, and you can have the builder take care of these things. But I do also highly recommend an inspection before you move into your new construction home.
I know that sounds funny. I'm really going to get an inspection and pay $400 or $500
Yes.
on a brand new built home. Why do we need to do that?
Because I've seen it multiple times. I actually have a home that's closing in a week. It's only 3 years old. You would think nothing would have come up on the inspection. A roof issue had come up that was a defect, and a major electrical issue came up. So
Okay.
had they had the inspection done, that would have been caught.
Okay, so now we get to the settlement statement, and we get to the very end where you're looking through your closing numbers and your closing costs. I'm going to leave the mortgage part out right now, but talk to me about what the consumer's feeling and thinking at that very end and how you help them feel more comfortable.
Yeah, that's another confusing part. You get the closing statement. You don't know what these terms mean or if it's correct. We review it totally, make sure all the numbers are correct. And if there's errors, we address those with the title company. And we go through that as much as we can along with your lender.
That is wonderful. So we're going to talk about a few more tips in a later video, but I really appreciate you coming in and talking to me about this. Super critical that before you walk into that model the first time, that you've spoken to a real estate agent and you've interviewed one or two or three and get the one that
Yes.
you're comfortable with to bring you into that model when you go to register.
Yes, if you haven't, don't register. Just walk through, do your browsing, register later.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.